All right, how's it going? How's my hair? Just joking. Welcome to my kitchen. Tonight I'm going to be making some lamb. I got some nice little lamb rib chops, and I'm going to make a nice quick supper. It's getting late, so I got to make something fast and delicious. So let's dive right into it. First off, what am I going to do? Well, I'll get some pans heating up. A nice big one here. I'm going to be doing some zucchini and my lamb in here. Let's see if we got them on kind of a medium-low heat just to get things going while I do some prep. All right, so first off, I'm going to chop up some zucchini. And I'm going to do a pan-fried zucchini, sauteed, if you will. And so basically with that, I want to keep them from getting too mushy. So what I want is one solid layer. Shut up, Dragon. Dragon, shut up. I'm trying to talk here. All right. So what I want to do is get one nice layer of zucchini, but I don't want them double stacked and on top of each other, because then you're going to get a lot of that steaming effect. It's like mushrooms too. When you cook mushrooms, you don't want them too piled on top of each other, too cluttered. So you got to give them space. They like space. I want these to get browned up and not too mushy. I mean, it's zucchini, so it's going to get a little bit mushy, but we're going to do our best to avoid that. So I'm going to cut up a bunch here. All right, Dragon just wants to chime in. Some nice discs. Yeah, I'm going about a 1/4 inch thick, something like that. And I probably have plenty there for my pan, because like I said, I don't want too much. I don't want to overpile things. Next thing I'm going to do is start making a salad. So I got a nice mango here. I got a nice weird little pepper from my garden, and a nice fresh cucumber. And I'm going to turn that into a salad. So I might as well start getting that prepped up. Yeah, I'll give my knife a little wipe there. And FYI, kind of winging this too, so we'll see how it turns out. I think it's going to be good. These are all great flavors. All right, throw my pit aside. This mango is not overly ripe. Usually when I'm eating mangoes just for fresh fruit, I like them really, really ripe and kind of mushy, almost overripe, when they're almost on the brink of fermenting. That's how I like them. But for this, I want something a little firmer, because I want a little bit of that tang in there. A little bit crisp, a little bit tart. As I'm saying that, I'm thinking, probably test it. Yeah, perfect for this application. All right, so I want to make these kind of in bite-sized sort of pieces. I don't want anything too awkward, uncomfortable, and I'm not actually sure what I'm going to go with for now, but I think I'm just going to kind of nice little cube size, or rectangular, whatever. Like that. I'm gonna make them like that. And there we go. Now I'm gonna throw it in a bowl. And on to the cuke. So cucumber, I'm gonna try to basically get it to be a similar size. I'm not gonna use the whole thing, but yeah, something like that. Something like that. This is basically a cucumber mango salad, so that's going to be the bulk of it. Add a little bit of my red pepper and shallots just for some variation in texture, flavor. Oop. Hang on there, little buddy. Right on. Throw my cukes in there. Cool. And get this nice little shallot from my garden going. There's still dirt on it because it's from the garden, which is cool. And just peel it up. And I'm going to chop this pretty finely because I don't want big chunks. I just want a little bit of that nice zesty piquant shallot flavor in there. And a little bit of the skin is kind of tough there. So I'm going to take that out. Not very pleasant. All right. That's not too bad. Oh, I'm going to cry. Not because the shallots are burning, it just makes me sad. All right, now get my pepper. Forget the name of this variety, but they get this ridiculously beautiful deep red color. And again, I say this a lot in my videos so far, but I'm going to keep some of those seeds because these are peppers that I like. I'm going to grow them again next year. These are sweet, by the way. These are not a hot pepper. But by all means, something spicy would do really well in this salad. And try to get these lined up a little bit. Not getting too crazy. Not doing a perfect julienne or anything like that. Just getting these down to a nice small size. All right. So that in the salad. There. Now we got some really pretty colors. It's looking great. I'm just going to set that aside for now. Not going to dress it right away. I'm going to save that for later because right now my pans are probably getting hot behind me. And I should attend to that. Yep, they sure are. All right, so I'm going to use this bigger pan for my zucchini. And probably going to use... I'm going to use... I'm going to use a little bit of grapeseed oil to get things started here. My pan might even be a little too hot here. I want it good and hot. Zucchini does tend to feel a little bit of smoke going on there. So yeah, I'm throwing some grapeseed oil in there, nice and hot, because I want to get a sear going on there. I do want this to be fairly quick cook. And you know what? I am jumping the gun here because I probably should have thrown my lamb chops of lamb in before I started doing the zucchini here. But no matter, keeping it real. So I am going to go real quick and get my lamb on there. So it'll hit with the salt. And I will omit the pepper this time. Been hearing a lot about the pepper burning and all that crap lately. I'm not going to grease my pan for the lamb. Call me crazy. Yeah, we got a nice sear there. But this the lamb is quite fatty, and I want to render out some of the fat there. Oh yeah. I would like to. I'd like to use rosemary for this, but I'm just realizing that I don't think I have rosemary at the moment for my lamb. So I'm going to resort again to my handy dandy Herbe de Provence. Trust me, I don't use that on everything. This just happens to be two videos in a row that I'm using it. But that's going to be a nice substitute. I will throw some more salt on the other side here. That's going to help get some magical things going. And I'm going to start chopping up some garlic, which is going to go in with my zucchini. I'm going to go fairly garlicky, some couple of nice big cloves here. Wipe down my knife. Also, a little tip. I don't know how useful it is, but when the garlic skin doesn't want to come off, the butt end, if you crush it down a little bit, it tends to loosen it right up. I know, crush it too, and that's supposed to do it, but that's kind of like a next step in case the first step didn't work so well. Yeah, I'm going to cut up my garlic fairly finely. We're going to be careful that we don't burn our garlic, because it is going to be going into that reaming hot pan with the zucchini. But you can control that a little bit with some lemon. If your garlic starts to burn, give it a little squeeze of lemon on top. That'll help to simmer things down. Okay, so my zucchini is cooking there. I'm going to hit it with some salt and some pepper. A little salt on there, a little pepper on there. Yeah, this is smelling amazing. Some people hate lamb, so if you do, you won't like the smell of this. But I love lamb. It's one of my favorites. I also like game meats and all kinds of weird shit too. So. All right, get the lemon slice ready to go. Now I'm going to use olive oil and balsamic for this mango dish. I would probably recommend using a white balsamic or something like that. And I may even end up changing my mind by the time I get there. I might stick a lime in there or something instead for an acid, but you do want some kind of an acid in there. And then we're also going to season it with some salt and pepper, but not quite yet. Okay, so I'm going to take a peek at my zucchini. See what's happening there. How they're looking. Oh, yeah, they're brown. Brown, baby. Actually going to pull it off the heat a little bit while I do this so they don't get too brown, because they're cooking up real quick. Take the more cooked ones, put them to the outside, the less cooked ones, stick them in the middle. And honestly, that's just because of me and this stupid pan. It's a little bit warped and there's more contact in the middle than in the rest of it. The lamb, looking super. It's coming along. And yeah, we're cooking. Put my grapeseed oil away because I'm going to finish this with olive oil. In just a couple seconds, when that zucchini is pretty much done, I'm going to hit it with some olive oil. I don't want to move them around too much. That's another thing. Jumping topic to topic here, but with zucchini, if you keep moving it and flipping it and tossing it and stirring it and all that kind of stuff, it's delicate. And like I said, it gets mushy and all that kind of stuff. So we're trying to avoid it turning into a pile of mush. So flip it, let it sit, cook, do its thing. Give it room so the moisture comes out. Turn the heat down a little bit so we don't. I do want it to cook through. This is one of those things too where it's somewhat a matter of preference. If you like your zucchini more on the mushy side, soft side, you can go right ahead, cook it. You can even add a little water in there. It's going to help that whole steaming process. You can throw a lid on it, which I'm going to do that. I'm going to throw a lid on it for just a second. I don't want it to be soft and mushy, but I also don't want it to be in that like raw, crunchy-ish state. But I want it somewhere right in the middle. We'll call it like a medium rare. All right. Might as well start on this salad here. Just gonna grab a spoon and a little nice solid pinch of salt. Good healthy dash of pepper. Little drizzle of aceto balsamico. And a nice olive oil. This extra virgin kind of thing. There. I'll give that a little toss. Before I get too distracted, I gotta go right back and check on that zucchini before it gets going on me. We're good, we're good. All right, so I'm gonna clear a little spot here. Yeah. Sweet. Looking good, looking good. Some of them were a little bit unevenly cooked, so I'm just kind of tossing them, adjusting them, use your discretion. But I'm going to clear a little spot kind of in the middle here. Turn my heat right down. Add some olive oil, a nice amount. And into the olive oil is going to go my garlic. There we go. And along with that, I got a seed here. My lemon. I'm going to give it a nice big squeeze of lemon all over. Oh yeah. Ça c'est bon. Ça c'est right bon. And butter would be fantastic also. Same thing, but with butter. But I'm kind of sticking with like a lighter Mediterranean type flavor profile here. So hence the olive oil. But yeah, butter would be great if you wanted to go that route. Oh man, look at that crust. Them rib chops are looking amazing and obviously being very loud. I'm just going to give them a second. And while they're doing their thing, getting their sizzle on, I am going to contemplate using butter in that. Might put a little dab of butter and then give it a little butter based when I add my Herbe de Provence. What is it in English anyway? Provincial herbs? I don't know. Yep, that zucchini is going to come off the heat. I'm going to give it a little toss just to get them all coated and make sure all the garlic's cooked. And get them coated in the olive oil, which now tastes strongly of garlic. And that, my friend, is looking amazing. And I am getting hungry. So now, as I said, I'm going to get a nice, healthy gobble of butter in there. Get that going. And I'm going to cover it with herbs. This would be great if rosemary, thyme, oregano. Those are all fantastic herbs to go with this. I'm just using this because this is what I have handy. And I really got to step up my herb selection. I do have oregano, but I like this brand for this. And I'm going to hit it with some pepper because I haven't done that yet. Cool. And I'll grab a spoon and give them a little butter based because it looks cool and it's delicious. I don't know if I told you yet, but butter makes everything better. All right, heat's off on that. Clear that out of the way because supper's ready. All right, let's do it. Which way are we going to go here? Let's go this way. 1, 2. Yeah. Yes, I'm eating all 3 of these. And 3 there. Whatever. Same for show. I'm going to give it some of that nice herby brown butter on top. Yeah, that sizzle. All right. I got my zucchinis. Nice little pile there. There we go. And a little pile of salad. Oh, sorry about the noise. That's probably pretty loud. All right, want a nice little mix of everything. And like I said, this isn't for show. This is for eating. So I might do some videos with some fancier plating, but I'm just going to eat this once I shut off the camera. So, all right. That is pretty much it. Done like dinner. I think that was under 30 minutes. Okay, I just want to give this a little try. Oh man, I would like to let this lamb sit, but I'm going to get right into it. Ooh, baby. Yeah, that's really good. What did I do with that lemon slice? Yeah, there we go. A little bit of lemon on there. Let's make those flavors explode. There we go. Another try. Oh, fuck yeah. I love lamb. And that is a good way to do it. It's a really nice salad. This is a very summery meal. We're in the middle of summer. Well, actually, we're at the tail end of summer here. But zucchini, cucumbers, peppers, mangoes, all this kind of stuff just reminds me of summery flavors. Awesome. You got to try this. It's delicious, simple, and quick. So, bon appetit.